Hello, everyone. I will let my guests introduce themselves.
Hi, I'm Carla Hertenstein.
Hi, I'm Adriana Hertenstein.
And I'm Jason Hertenstein.
All right, I've got my note cards here, and I will start. As you get older, the friends that you make can be a reflection of yourself and of your parents. Your personalities and your friends and your family's personalities can all be intertwined in the traits that you guys have, or the behaviors you share, the likes, your interests, whatever it is. You may also, as you get older, become more independent, and your work life and your home life might start to split and stray away from each other. Through all of this, I would say the most important thing would be to try to keep an important, strong, healthy relationship with your friends and family, because the time you share is important to keep you, them, and everybody in the group healthy in your mental state, because the way you leave them and the way they leave you can affect how you go about your day-to-day life. The first thing I would like to talk about is your growth as a person based upon the things that you go through with your family at a young age. You learn everything from your parents growing up. You're with them for the first 18 years of your life, sometimes even a little bit longer than that, living with them till you get out on your own and get on your feet. It's estimated that almost 50 to 60% of your personality, your likes, your dislikes, the food you eat, comes from your parents. Mother, father, doesn't matter. It all depends, I guess, who you spend a little more time with. The things you enjoy also come from your parents, so you could bond over sports, watching a football game or a soccer game, basketball, whatever it is. And that will also translate to your friends, because those are things that you bond over, and that's how you build those strong, special relationships and those connections. The book Fatherhood in the Nordic Welfare State says that the way you take, examine, and go about a certain situation can also be determined by how you lived your life with your parents at a young age, and how you evaluate each situation, how you go about it can be determined by which parent you spent the most time with. If you take an aggressive action towards a situation, a lot of times that relates to your father, and if you take a more lean back approach or evaluate it further before you take action, can be related to your mother. And as I said before, your friends can be a direct reflection of your personality, or it can be a contrast of your personality. Most of the time, though, you see that your friends are a direct reflection of you in the mirror. Maybe not by your looks, but by your personality. A lot of friends will bond over TV shows, football, sports, cars, anything that they have to share. It will become their thing. The next thing I would like to talk about is those relationships after you've made that bond and made that connection. It all boils down to how you made it and where you've gone from that first moment that you got into that relationship. Obviously, with your parents, that's going to start when you're a baby and you don't know, but it still carries on throughout your life. It's going to go till the day they're gone, till the day you're gone, whatever it is, that relationship's there forever. And hopefully that's the way it is with your friends as well. Being around the people you enjoy the most, that you've made those connections with, though, can affect your mood and how you go about your everyday life. Going to the grocery store, for a ride in the car, gas station, going to work. If you live with your friends or your family, how you leave that morning and walk out of the door, what happened that morning before you leave, can affect you for the next 24 hours. While you're at work, it can determine what mood you're in for the rest of the day. And if you don't fix it, it can affect you for much longer, forever, how long the issue goes. Obviously, this can be vice versa, and it can be that happy interaction, and you can be in a good mood all day. Then you see your friends and you put them in a good mood, and now that carries on. Timothy Brubaker wrote a book, Family Relationships in Later Life, that stated when elderly family members are in a home by themselves or in a nursing home, and they get a visit from their younger family members or their distant cousins, whatever it is, whatever you want to think, the way that interaction goes for that day, that week, however long the interaction is, can affect that elderly person for the next month, next 6 months, until you get to right that wrong, or you get to bond over that happy memory that you had a couple months ago. It can carry on. It will affect them in their day-to-day lives. When the relationships you have create positivity and light, it can bring those people that you're sharing that with and yourself better mental and physical well-being. And this is stated by Moira Lawyer in Everyday Health, an article she wrote, how people who are in a better mood when they leave relationships with their friends and family, they're in a much, it just lifts them up. It brings them to a better place, a better piece of zen in their mind, and they're able to navigate stressful situations throughout the next couple days in a better way instead of just getting frustrated and angry. So to conclude, not only is it good for you to keep a good relationship for them, it's actually better for yourself. I can't think of a day where I would not talk to my friends, family, or siblings and they do not put me in a better mood. And if we argue and I'm in a bad mood, sometimes it can last a week. It all depends how you go about those situations. But when I get put in a good mood, it just carries on to everybody that I interact with that day. The cashier at Walmart, my coworkers at Old Navy, wherever you may think I go, whatever it is. Anywhere I go, my good mood can carry me for the next year. That one interaction. And then it turns into a happy memory that I can share with them later on down the road. It also allows you to decompress when you come home to those people that you share. If you share a home with them or you're going to visit, things pile up. We're all human. You go to work, you get a bunch of work, and it stresses you out, or you have a bad interaction in life. Someone cut you off and you get angry about it while you're driving. You're allowed to come home and talk to these people, and you're allowed to decompress with them. And they'll relate with you, or they'll look at you and they'll call you an idiot and you'll laugh about it. Like, hey, don't get angry over that, that's stupid. Having them in your life can make you better, can make them better, and it will keep you sane. Thank you all for listening.